Hello and welcome to the special episode of Trading Fantasy Football Players. So I brought this up because there's a lot of frustrations between myself and other teams getting bad trades. So I'm going to give you guys an inside look of maybe people that you probably wouldn't want to trade with. So here's the situation. The trades have to be fair, otherwise you won't get a trade. There are times when a team values a player more than what they're worth. And then you won't get the player because of that, but that's just basically the player, and that's fine. There are teams, like I said, that will rate their player higher than what they're worth. Melvin Gordon. So there are teams I'm going to go over. Team 6 rings, you're sending really bad trades, and they're not going to go for it. So just don't do it. Don't waste your time trading people. They're not going to accept it. There are other people too that are in the same boat, but you're a big one that's not good. These teams don't do trades. They'd rather lose the whole week than to do a trade. They're so like ride or die. This is my team. Never going to do a trade. That's it. And that's fine. That's their own perspective, but it's just frustrating when you try to ask for a player and you don't get them. So these teams are Team Malik, Team Hot Mom, and New York Giants Girl 24. Also, like I said, don't expect to get any feedback. They will literally let the whole trade thing expire, and that's frustrating. Just say no. It's not a big deal. Oh my God, just say no. By the way, this is nowhere near being personal. I'm just very passionate about fantasy football, just as others are. The only difference is they're nice and I can care less. I'm just going to say how I feel and that's it. So, but this is in no way personal. Speaking of frustrations, team, feel the pain, steal rain. Just say no to the trade. Ignoring it only makes it frustrating. You say you're busy, yet it looks like you had enough time to switch your lineup on this Thursday's game. Team Malik is no better with communication, but personally, I don't want anyone from your team. So teams, if you don't like to trade, just keep saying no. Don't be that person, by the way, because karma is real with your teams. So watch out. Just kidding. Or am I? All right, there are teams that might do trades, but usually they value their players way too high for a trade to happen. There might have been one trade or so in the past 5 years. These are the teams. Team 6 rings and too good to be Trubisky. Melvin Gordon. They do communicate usually, so at least you know yes or no. So at least I can respect that. If they want to go ride or die with a player, by all means, go for it. Lastly, you have teams that trade or try to work out a deal with you, but sometimes it's not mutual, but at least they actually entertain the idea and give the respect by saying yes or no or whatever. These teams are such as Punishment 56, Ice Cold Brewskis, Ilian J's Wolves, Bills Mafia 84, Team Bandcamp 1984, and Team Coca. Another thing to know is trades go through right away. We need the guy for the game, that game. If by chance you make a terrible trade and it looks like collusion, I will veto it or put it to the league for a veto to vote. If you need help and want a website to use to see the value in a trade, here's a website that can help. Go to fantasysp.com/NFL_trade_analyzer. There you input the players that are being traded and click the orange box that says Analyze Trade. Just note, it's not going to be based on your team needs. It's strictly the value of the players at the time of the trade. This trade situation has been an issue for years, and I wanted to call out teams because it's frustrating for others and myself. So in closing, make sure you have a fair trade, otherwise it will not happen. If you don't want to trade, just click no and move on. It will give sanity to all of us that want to do a trade and know where you stand. Thanks for letting me vent and completing my therapy session. Your check will be in the mail. Maybe Cash App. Remember, if your team sucks, It's only your fault. I'm Nutritional Beast, signing out.